Imagine this, you spend hours perfecting your resume, carefully crafting every word, but it might never be seen by a human again. Instead, it's scanned, sorted, and scored by an algorithm in seconds, deciding your fate before a real person even gets involved. Or picture this. You apply for a loan, hoping to buy your first home or start a business, but your application is denied, not by a person, but by a faceless algorithm crunching numbers and patterns. No explanation, no appeal, just a cold, automated no. And, as you walk down the street, your face is quietly scanned by cameras, your identity checked and logged, all without your knowledge or consent. You're being watched, analyzed, and judged by machines every single day. This isn't some distant sci-fi future, it's already happening right now all around us. The invisible hand of AI is shaping our lives in ways most of us never notice. Let's break it down and see how deep this goes. First up, bias. Bias at scale. Here's the uncomfortable truth. AI learns from data, and that data is full of human mistakes, prejudices, and blind spots. When we feed our history into a machine, it doesn't just learn our successes, it absorbs our failures, too. If a company has always hired people from certain backgrounds, the AI trained on that record will keep picking the same kind of people, locking out others, no matter how qualified. It's like putting old biases on autopilot, making them faster and harder to spot. And it's not just hiring. Banks use AI to decide who gets loans. If the data from the past favored one group over another, the bias gets locked in, multiplied, and spread to thousands of decisions every day. The result? Entire communities can be shut out of opportunities, all because of invisible math. Even the criminal justice system is turning to AI for sentencing and parole decisions. But these systems often make unfair calls, echoing old prejudices, except now, the decisions come with the authority and finality of a machine. The consequences can be life-changing, and there's often no way to challenge the algorithm's verdict. AI isn't neutral, it reflects the inequalities already baked into society. It can amplify them, making it even harder for marginalized groups to break through. Next, let's talk about surveillance. You are the product. Every time you walk past a camera in public, there's a good chance facial recognition AI is scanning you, tracking your movements, and building a digital profile, often without your knowledge or permission. You might not notice, but your movements, your face, even your shopping habits are tracked and analyzed. Every swipe, every purchase, every step you take in a store is logged and fed into algorithms designed to predict what you'll do next. And it's not just governments doing this. Corporations harvest this data and sell it to advertisers, data brokers, and even other companies. Because in this digital economy, you're not the customer, you're the commodity, you're the product. Algorithms predict your behavior, serve you ads, decide what news you see, and even influence your opinions, often without you realizing it. The more data they have, the more precisely they can shape your choices. And the more data they collect, the more invisible power they can wield over your life. This is algorithmic power. Quiet, relentless, and everywhere. Now let's talk about job displacement. The robots aren't just coming for factory jobs anymore. AI writes emails, drafts legal contracts, even writes computer code. It's moving into creative fields, customer service, and knowledge work. Jobs we once thought were safe. AI can review resumes faster and more ruthlessly than any human. The scary part? It's not just about losing jobs. AI removes leverage. When machines can do the work for pennies, workers lose bargaining power, and the balance shifts even further away from ordinary people. When an algorithm can do a job for pennies, workers have less power to negotiate. The playing field tilts even more, and the gap between those who control the technology and those who don't keeps growing. So what does this all mean for you, for your family, for your community? It means we need to pay attention, to ask questions, demand transparency, and push for fairness in how these systems are built and used. AI isn't evil, it's just a reflection, a mirror held up to the systems that built it. Who controls the system? The real question isn't whether AI will shape your future, it's who gets to decide how it shapes you, and whether you have a say in that process. The power to shape AI is the power to shape society itself. Thanks for watching. Stay aware, stay curious, and remember, your voice matters in the age of algorithms.